Well, good morning, everyone. My name is MightyStream. I'm going to do your December the 4th spiritual principle a day in a meditation. I'm looking forward to this meditation with you. The title of the meditation is Vulnerability Builds Bonds. Honest self-assessment is essential to recovery, but it is only possible if we are vulnerable enough to let someone in. That comes from the Living Clean book, chapter 6, Anonymity. Practicing vulnerability runs counter to our terminally hip and fatally cool self-image. Our instincts still tell us to hide any hint of frailty for fear that others will take advantage of us. It takes a conscious decision to drop the defenses that once kept us safe. We choose to share our pain with others, taking risk in defiance of diseased thinking and deeply rooted behavior. Our willingness to trust the process increases over time. We may confide some of our darkest secrets to new friends in recovery, even before we write an inventory. We notice that practicing vulnerability brings us closer to others. Although legend has it that a member once shared their inventory with a taxi driver, we'd be hard pressed to find someone who unloaded their fifth step on someone besides their sponsor. By the time we get to step 5, we've grown to rely on our sponsor for good guidance and have learned to trust that what we share will be held in confidence. Perhaps most importantly, our sponsors don't judge us or condemn our behavior. We do enough of that ourselves. Rather, sponsors try to help us work through our shame and embarrassment and move into acceptance. We reflect on how we've opened up over time and realize the benefits of practicing vulnerability. Experience emboldens us to meet our fears head on. We're free to be real and raw and vulnerable in meetings. We come to realize the walls we've built to keep us safe kept us imprisoned. Let me repeat that. We've come to realize the walls we built to keep us safe kept us imprisoned. We aspire to build our relationships on a foundation of trust, honesty, and openness. When we share from our hearts, others meet us there. Our sponsees, friends, and partners open up to us, and the value of vulnerability is reinforced. Experience confirms that we can feel vulnerable without shutting down. As one addict put it, vulnerability is like a super strength adhesive. It bonds us together like nothing else. I will have the courage to be vulnerable today. I will share my true thoughts and feelings, letting those who love me know all of me. Let's take a moment of silence, followed by the we version of the Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now, please. Thank you. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference just for today. Please and thank you. Vulnerability builds bonds. I like the meditation in the sense that it's talking about a person that wants something different than all of the boundaries, right, that they've built up over the years to keep themselves safe. A lot of times in recovery, we find that people will share things about themselves with us that we don't really know why they're sharing them with us, but whatever it is bothering them enough that they're willing to take a risk to be vulnerable with us. And in our minds, that runs counter to our thoughts of why would you tell someone like that? tell someone that. You need to protect yourself at all times. You don't go around telling people that about yourself, right? We might be thinking that, but there's also another part of us that appreciates the fact that they found us worthy to share that information with. And as it states here, we probably don't go around telling a taxi driver our fifth step, right? But we probably have found that we can be vulnerable with other people long before we ever do our fifth step. There's this vulnerability versus this protectiveness that we have that are on polar opposites of each other. And it takes time to come closer to the center of that, right? Being vulnerable, one addict put it this way, it's like a super strength adhesive, right? It's like that gorilla tape, right? Being vulnerable has the ability to allow other people to see who I am, not who I go out in public and present at the mall, not who I go to my job and present there, right? Because every society that you go into has a standard, but who I am, how all of that extra outside stuff is affecting me personally. And when I share that and I become vulnerable with other people, they may question why I've chosen them, but most of the time they value it. And then they give me something back. They self-disclose something to me, and I'm able to understand, wow, I'm not in this by myself. I'm in this with other people that have similar feelings. Maybe not the same story, experience, right? But they have similar feelings. I like this meditation because it gives the newcomer hope. It gives the old timer faith, right? That this works and that no matter where you are in the spectrum of recovery, that we can always choose to be more vulnerable today. Now, if I self-disclose something that is too much for a person, generally speaking, I can see that in their reaction. But I have yet to do that. And someone said, why would you tell me something like that? I have yet for that to happen. My name is MightyStream. I've enjoyed talking to you today. I hope that today, when you go into your day, that you will find the courage to be vulnerable, that you will share your true thoughts with someone, your true feelings, and letting those individuals love you, right? Let them know all of you and give them an opportunity to show you just how deep that love is and how deep it goes and what it actually can bear. Instead of putting a limit on it, instead of trying to control that part, just be vulnerable. Have a beautiful day on purpose. Talk to you soon.